This week, we're at Oklahoma's Grand Lake of the Cherokees for Heartland's Buddy Tour. The most competitive bass fishing teams in the central U.S. are chomping at the bit to prove themselves. Got it? Shallow water and big bass are heading your way. Don't touch that remote.
All right, all right.
The 46,000-acre Grand Lake of the Cherokees, located in northeastern Oklahoma, is ranked among the best bass fishing lakes in the state. Known for its excellent dock fishing, Grand Lake also produces bass from deeper locales like points and offshore ledges. But one of Grand Lake's best patterns is flipping shoreline-flooded bushes. As you're about to see, when high water hits Grand Lake, the fishing can be fast and furious. We're here in early July for Heartland Tournament Association's Buddy event. Bass fishing teams across the central U.S. have amassed at the muddy waters of Grand to test their angling skills against the best in the business. Each team is allowed 6 fish of at least 14 inches to weigh in. The team with the highest cumulative weight at the end of the day will be crowned the champions. We've selected 4 teams to follow for today's tournament. The 4 include the team of Buster Loving and Tim Sonato, Wayne Diffie and Paul Smith, Tom Alsop and Tyler Shaw, and Dustin Cox and Corey Oosler. These teams are all on fish here at Grand, and you'll learn what they're doing to load their live wells. Grand's lake level is at 746, 1 foot above pool. Water temperature is between 81 and 86 degrees. Water clarity is dirty in the river tributaries and murky at the lower end of the lake. The forecast calls for sunny skies with highs reaching into the 90s. We find the team of Buster Loving and Tim Sonato fishing offshore structure near Terra Miranda. Loving's using a 5/8-ounce jewel football jig while Sonato's casting a worm.
But this is all a timing game on these type spots right here. I mean, we'll fish them a couple hours this morning. If we don't get bit, we'll go to the willows to catch some fish, and we'll come back this afternoon, fish the same area.
Wayne Diffie and Paul Smith are flipping willows near the mouth of Horse Creek.
This is just one of them places here that just, you know, release fish. If you can grab you a couple real quick, you benefit from it. So many times you can just run in here and catch a limit, you know, nothing flat.
We find Tom Alsop and Tyler Shaw near the takeoff at Martin's Landing. They're casting buzzbaits to flooded bushes.
I've been catching fish on the edge of these willows. Seems like the better fish have been coming off the clumps, just like the isolated stuff like these out here. I'm catching some good 3-4 pound fish right on the, it seems like they're coming out and crushing that buzzbait. It's no good ones yet this morning.
Back to Wayne Diffie and Paul Smith near the mouth of Horse Creek. The anglers dip their creature baits in chartreuse dye to mimic the bright yellow tails of the sunfish at Grand Lake.
Here, get that. Now forget it.
That'll work. Moved around the corner.
Huh?
So they moved around the corner.
Yeah. Still, it probably ain't gonna measure.
Didn't measure?
Yeah, he'll measure.
Buster Loving and Tim Sonato have moved to shallower water near Terra Miranda. They're now casting Jewel Aikens jigs.
Got him? Good fish. There he comes. Right there. Same. Look. That'll work. Right on the back, too.
Back to Alsop and Shaw fishing a shallow flat near Martin's Landing. Tom Alsop's pitching a zoom brush hog to the willows, while Tyler Shaw is sticking with his black buzzbait.
Remember that? Got it? Little one?
Oh,
Nope.
maybe not. Keep it.
Little one.
Thought it was.
Ow, God.
Here, get that. Diffie's got another one near Horse Creek.
Yeah, he's not as big as I was, well, not as big as I was hoping for, but he'll make number 2.
Oh, big fish. Oh, dang. Took my whole brush hog. Look out.
There he is, getting it. Put him in the net, Paul. Woo. That June bug really paid off that time, buddy. Oh. Yeah, buddy. Oh.
Will you speak up?
I didn't even have to. There you go.
Yeah, boy.
Wayne Diffie lets us in on how he gets a bass to hang on to his bait.
I figured this little deal out several years ago up here about shaking it. Me and my brothers fishing a tournament. I started doing that. And I've caught 2 limits of fish before he ever finally, I'm trying to tell him what I'm doing. And because usually when they take a hold of it, you're shaking. If you just set the hook right then, they'll just rip your bait off. But if you keep shaking it, they'll start moving on. When they start moving, they're swallowing it then. But, my experience with it is if you just, as soon as you feel it, if you set the hook, you'll miss them about 90% of the time. There's one. Forget it. There went my dang crawl. I want to catch more than one fish on you.
There's another one.
Tyler Shaw hooks up with another bass on his black buzzbait.
Well, that's keeper. I don't know. Not one we want, though.
Let me close. He'll keep, I bet.
Wayne Diffie and Paul Smith have moved near Terra Miranda. Smith is hooked up on his Lake Fork creature.
Oh, yeah. Woohoo. We homebound now, boys. Hold still.
Back to Tom Alsop near Martin's Landing.
Fish.
Not near the quality, yeah. Oh, there's one.
Oh.
Oh, there's one.
Oh.
Tyler Shaw hooks up just moments later on his black buzzbait.
Hit him? A good one.
Keeper.
Come here. He was out about 15 foot. I was just dragging it out, and he thumped it. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Good one.
Tyler Shaw misses a fish on his buzzbait, but Tom Alsop is quick to pitch his brush hog to the site where the bass struck. Oftentimes, pitching a slower, more tempting bait back to the bass will elicit a strike.
Well, they're not hitting it like they were yesterday on that follow-up, are they?
There he is. Good one.
Buster Loving caught this fish from a rock pile on a Jewel Akins jig.
There we go. A little better.
Good job,
fish.
dog.
Tom Alsop may want to think about putting on a black buzzbait.
Oh, man, come on out of there, Billy. All right. Dang. One of them hooks get him in the top of the mouth. Here's one. He's not very big, I don't think, but he's sucked up there. He stays on. Yeah, he's a keeper.
They caught one. Oh, that.
Okay. How about that?
Diffie completes the team's limit of 6. Now they'll go hunting for a big fish.
Make your boat safe and comfortable.
A team of Dustin Cox and Corey Utzler flipping Main Lake willows.
We started off, didn't catch anything, and went in the back of a big cove in the first spot, and didn't do any good there. Caught one short fish, and we've moved out to the main lake, and we've caught 2 fish on willows on the main lake.
With Tyler Shaw's buzzbait bite slowing, he decides to switch to a chartreuse man's 1-. Tom Alsop's making a change as well.
Decided to slow down a little bit. Just work our main area a little better. We're just gonna slow down, and he's gonna keep throwing that 1-, trying for a reaction strike, and I'm just gonna keep pitching this big worm, trying to get a little better fish.
Dustin Cox and Corey Utzler have moved near the mouth of Elk River.
Yeah. Good fish.
Thanks.
Go ahead, lay down.
Was he way up in there?
He's right out here on this outside bush.
On the outside?
Get in that distance, get in.
Where's he at?
He's coming.
Back to Tom Alsop and Tyler Shaw. Shaw is again throwing his black buzzbait, and one strikes but misses.
Huh?
Can Alsop's follow-up bait get this fish hooked?
Good one.
There we go.
Good job, dog.
I'll locate him for you.
Sure.
Caught before.
Well, they keep, I think. What are you needing that for?
Buster Loving and Tim Sonato have moved near the mouth of Cary Bay.
Good one. Big fish.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he ain't real big. He's always got another one with him. Bigger one with him.
Yeah, it's a bigger one with
There's a bigger one behind him about that long.
Came right out with it.
Golly, I thought that's the one I had.
Yeah, I did too.
Saw that big one back behind him. I thought that's the one I had hooked. We'll take this one, but
The other one was 3.5.
the other one was a good one.
We're number 6.
Dustin Cox votes the team's limit fish on a finesse jig.
6, now we definitely need
We need to find some big fish.
Wayne Diffie and Paul Smith have moved near the mouth of Horse Creek. They're still pitching creature baits to flooded shoreline bushes.
Get nailed. Oh, yeah. Here he comes. Go ahead.
That caught one, I think. Caught one?
Yeah. Gained a little.
It's been only by an ounce.
Huh?
Only an ounce? Is that what it was?
Something like that. Here's one. Come on, take it. There he goes. There, getting that.
Another culling fish for the team of Wayne Diffie and Paul Smith.
Put on a Cinco, looking for a little, try a little slower fall in this stuff. Been throwing a heavy, a 3/8 ounce weight. So I've got a Cinco with a little 16th ounce weight on it. I put that 16th ounce weight so it'll nosedive. If you don't, that Cinco will fall vertical or horizontal, I guess. In all this thick cover, you want it to nosedive so it'll get down in there. So that's why I got that little bitty weight on there.
There.
The Senko pays off with a fish that'll cull. Buster Loving and Tim Sonato are now fishing a ledge near Terra Miranda. Loving's hooked up on his Jewel Aikens jig.
Sound like a bass or drum?
Like a bass. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. Don't lose him.
Here he comes. That'll work.
Yep, that'll work for the last one.
That'll work.
Well, you never pass up a spot when you got a gut.
Aikens jig again.
Got him?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right, all right.
Thanks. Notice when he stepped back to change rods, I jumped up there.
With the tournament nearly over, Tom Alsop and Tyler Shaw moved to Sailboat Bridge.
A lot of times these fish will just get down these brush piles, especially when the sun gets high like that. They'll get down in the shade and just running some crankbaits erratically through the brush pile, just trying to get a little reaction strike. A lot of guys will just throw their crankbait out and just reel it in. I've found that stopping it and jerking it, you get 10 times more bites.
Wow, this place is really nice.
Eric and Lloyd Holder, the first team to enter on stage with a big limit of bass.
You got a nice basket here. Let's take a look, see what we got. He's going to have to beat 17 pounds to take the lead. That's not a problem. 20.69, 20.69, new leader.
The Holts take the early lead with 20.69 pounds. Junior Stewart and Lance Williams are next with a bigger limit.
05, 22.05, and it just stepped up another notch.
Stewart and Williams take the lead from Eric and Lloyd Holt with 22.05 pounds. Brian Oplotnik and Brian Patterson bring to the scales what may be the biggest bass of the tournament.
Boy, they have got, there's a big bass so far, 555 on that fish.
Their 5.55-pound bass is the largest bass weighed in so far. Marty Conrad and Lefty Evans are next to the scales. They need over 22.05 pounds to take the lead.
Let's see if he can do it. He's got to do 22 to take the lead. 20.86.
Conrad and Evans fall short with 20.86 pounds. Jason Christie and Brandon Christian have a huge stack of bass, but is it enough to take the lead from Stewart and Williams?
They have to beat 22.06 to take the lead. This is it, I'm pretty sure. 22.77, mark it, 22.77.
The winners of the 2004 Heartland Buddy Tournament on Grand Lake are Jason Christie and Brandon Christian with 22.77 pounds. In second, the team of Junior Stewart and Lance Williams with 22.05 pounds. Stewart and Williams fish lower lake points with brown Jewel Aikens jigs and Zoom Critter Craw trailers. Third goes to Marty Conrad and Lefty Evans with 20.85 pounds. The team targeted flooded willows with cream pumpkin Zoom brush hogs. Big bass honors go to Brian Oplotnik and Brian Patterson with their 5.55-pound largemouth. They caught the fish on a green pumpkin Zoom brush hog. Here's the best of the rest. Here's how our on-the-trail featured anglers finished. When we come back, learn how first-place finishers Jason Christie and Brandon Christian caught their tournament-winning limit. Don't go away.
277, mark it.
Today we decided we could catch, 12, 13, 14 pounds we thought out of the bushes flipping, and we decided we found another pattern, flipping dock with a booyah jig, and we decided to go for big fish. And that's all, the bites that we had, every bite that we had was big. We lost a couple of good fish that obviously didn't hurt us, but hurt us at the time. But we just, we ran main lake, isolated docks. We know where some brush is up underneath the stalls, and you had to get that jig way up underneath the stall. And all the fish seemed to come out of 10, 12 feet deep.
Next week, there he is. Anglers square off at 71,000-acre Bull Shoals Lake for Heartland's Buddy and Pro-Am events. More bass catching action and tips you'd be insane to miss. Watch next week.